During the spring of 2013, I conducted a trifecta of experiments on my students with the goal of redefining our reading and writing workshop through the integration of collaborative book club Google Docs, the video recordings of book club discussions, and the use of these digital media as references by students when writing their literary essays. These experiments spanned our historical fiction, interpreting multiple text, and literary essay units in reading and writing workshop. The ambition of the experiments was to raise the level of conversation in book clubs, give parents a window into their children's learning, and provide students a means to reflect on and incorporate their collaborative work when constructing their literary essays. Phase 1 of the experiment was to have students post reflections on their group's Google Doc for homework, which created essentially a parallel to our in-class discussions. However, as written text, students were able to read and reread their peers' responses and construct greater understanding. Students took to this work like moths to a light. They identified themselves through diverse fonts, posted images with their reflections, and kept one another accountable for rigorous discussion.
The book club Google Docs homework made my reading and thinking level higher because I get my my book club's thinking their thoughts on the Google Doc, and I try to connect it to my own thinking, making an overall reflection.
The Google Docs help me because when I don't really understand a moment and the way that you read others people's their reflection and you get to connect with them, and connecting with them makes everyone understand this thing more clearly.
The Google Docs reflection, where people wrote about what they found out about their book, or books sometimes. It was interesting because one person might write something, but then the other person might disagree, and then they have this big fight on the Google Docs. But it extends your thinking because instead of writing by yourself, just writing. But then if other people say, oh, I thought of this when I read this book, and then you think, well, I think different, then it's more interactive. So you extend your thinking more than writing on your own.
Phase 2 of the experiments was to record the final book club conversations for the collection of novels the club had read. Students rose to the occasion and demonstrated the exemplary discussion skills they had been perfecting.
Is that parents can run the class, but she needs other people to go in the other roles. If she did it by herself, the whole class would go crazy.
Yeah, and it's like our classes that actually can learn everything themselves, and with all other teachers of the subject. And from my perspective, when I read this book, I keep thinking to myself, I wonder if this could actually happen to this class.
All members were active participants, and the conversations provided culminating experiences to our historical fiction and interpreting multiple text units in reading workshop. The videos were then posted on the class blog and shared with parents. Parents responded to the videos in emails and comments, and students began to use the videos as references to deepen their understanding of the novels. Their behavior in subsequent book club talks took on an air of more urgency, as if the cameras were still rolling.
So the book club video made me think that how would I look on the camera while I'm talking, because I can never be another person's eye and look at myself. So the book club video is like a mirror of myself, so I can see what should I do better, what did I get good, what should I do it again, what should I change. So when my parents looked at it, I asked them to give them some advice, like what should I do better, like some stars and a wish or something.
When you record, you can see what everyone has to say, and it gets everyone to talk, and all together you come up with one big idea that everyone agrees on, and you can hear what everyone else thinks of the book, and you can add that to your knowledge and what you think of the book too.
Starting the book club video is really helped us because if we needed to
refresh our minds for new information. We can go back and see what everyone was talking about, and we can maybe continue with the ideas and generate new ideas to continue the thoughts for the story. Also, we can understand what other people thought of the book, to understand other people better, to also to improve of what you think of the story.
Like in the other book clubs, like the ones that are not recorded, like we didn't actually have like a big picture. We had separate ideas, but we couldn't like all put it together. But like when we actually had like the book recording, like the book club recording, it made a difference because like we could put all our ideas and all the ideas that we made together and make like a bigger picture for everything.
As students prepared for parent-teacher-student conferences, they posted the videos on their own blogs. Therefore, the parents had a window into the type of work their child was engaging in and could anticipate the conference with ideas and questions about their child's progress.
My dad watched the book club video. I'm pretty sure he liked it, and he was amazed by my ideas on the book and how I was talking about it with other people, and how I was agreeing with other ideas and making them stronger. So then he posted a comment on our blog about the video, and that made me feel proud of myself that my dad would really liked the video I made.
My mom thought like everyone else like was thinking like advanced, so was I, but I could have done a little better. She told me that I should have like thought of more and like actually dig deeper into my brain.
As one parent noted, Mr. Thompson posts children's projects on the blog so parents feel more involved. Through the class blog, I've learned so much alongside my child, it's almost like I'm repeating 5th grade. April brought us the literary essay unit, and students now have the resources of the Google Docs and videos to use as references as they began to craft thesis statements and gather evidence. Some chose to reiterate the themes they had discussed with their book clubs, while others used the reflections as a springboard to delve into new ideas.
Well, since I'm using the same book as the book we talked about in the book club video, I just went on it and grabbed examples and write it on my literary essay. For example, like my thesis statement is a thesis statement we talked in the book club video to not judge a person by its cover. So that's how I use my book club video to help me write my essay.
Students' note-taking while reading at home had previously been isolated in their sticky notes and readers' notebooks, but now a forum had been created in which their reading and thinking became a collaborative experience which informed their work as essay writers.
Going and watching the book club video again really helped me with my literary essay, so I could take what my partner said and use that to deepen my thinking and put it in the literary essay by paraphrasing it.
The videos provided a means for students to reference the previously ephemeral words of their peers in book club conversations.
So when I first started to write my literary essay, I realized that I didn't have enough supporting evidence. So when I went back to look at the Google Docs and the other videos that we posted, I realized that I could find more amount of evidence and other ideas from the other books that I've read to contribute to my essay.
I also briefly went on the Google Docs to see what my partners thought, and then I started, when I read the whole thing over again, it started generating new thoughts in my head and making connections to my thesis statement.
Moreover, both the Google Docs and the videos provided fodder for each student to access, analyze, and synthesize as they created their literary essays.
Because of the Google Docs and the videos, my literary essay turned out to be way better than I anticipated.
As our 5th grade program moves to a one-to-one laptop program next year, we need to continue to push our thinking about how to integrate and redefine reading and writing experiences through the use of digital tools. These experiments seem a success since students were engaged and genuinely participated in a forum outside the classroom that could not have existed previously. Furthermore, the communication with parents afforded by posting video to the blog creates a broader audience for students' classroom discussions. So thank you to my fellow COETAIL cohort members, to the various forums and tutorials about video editing, to my fellow reading and writing workshop teachers, but the greatest thanks goes to my illustrious students and their parents.